Hey everybody, and welcome to this special on the Sun entering Libra. This happens on the 17th of October at 9 p.m. All times are in GMT time, UK time, and the Sun stays in Libra until the 16th of November 2023. So first I'm going to talk about the practical, spiritual, esoteric and astrological meanings of the transiting Sun in Libra. So ultimately, from a practical perspective, this transit brings a focus on balance and harmony in our relationships. It's a good time to reassess our partnerships and seek a fair compromise with any conflicts that may be happening between you and your intimate relationships, business partners, friends, family or anything like that, because Libra's influence encourages us to cultivate diplomacy, cooperation and fairness in our interactions. So on a spiritual level, the Sun in Libra reminds us of the importance of finding inner peace and tranquility, wanting us to seek harmony within ourselves and find a balance between our physical and spiritual selves. It's a time to reflect on our values, beliefs and the sense of justice and make any necessary adjustments to align them with your true self and values. In the realm of esoteric meanings, it allows us to jump deep into the mysteries of relationships and connections, prompting us to explore the deeper dynamics at play in our partnerships and understand the energetic exchange between us and others, encouraging us to embrace the idea that we are all interconnected and that our actions and words have ripple effects on those around us. Astrologically, the Sun's transit through Libra promotes harmony. It signifies a time when we are called to consider how we relate to others and navigate the delicate balance between meeting our own needs and the needs of those around us, and allows us to examine the role of fairness and justice in our lives, urging us to find ways to create more equal relationships and systems in the world and to seek compromise and find win-win solutions in our relationships. Also, this energy can help us appreciate aesthetics, beauty and arts and creativity more as well, and we are reminded that by appreciating the beauty that surrounds us and seeking out new experiences can bring us joy and inspiration, whether it's through engaging with art, exploring nature, immersing yourself in cultural activities. The Sun in Libra encourages us to connect with the more creative side of life. On a deeper level, it wants us to ask questions like, are we living in alignment with our values and beliefs? Are we treating others with fairness and respect? These questions can prompt you to reflect on the quality of your relationships and consider how to let go or cultivate, develop more harmony in your connections with others. It's also a time for self-reflection as you evaluate your own actions and words and the impact that they have with those around you. As I said earlier, so you can ask yourself some questions like, are you giving and receiving in equal measure? If not, why not? Do you feel that you don't deserve to receive, or don't you like sharing your stuff and taking others? Why do you do that? What's fairness to you? You can ask yourself, are you honouring the boundaries of others while also asserting your own boundaries? If you don't, if you disrespect others' boundaries or you don't assert your own boundaries, why do you do this? So ultimately, this period invites us to find a balance between independence and interdependence, where everyone involved feels seen, heard and valued, practicing active listening and creating safe spaces to reduce conflict with an open mind and a willingness to understand different perspectives, instead of sort of like escalating arguments, making them worse. You are encouraged to engage in constructive, productive, healthy conversations and dialogue and find middle ground. So ultimately, this transit serves as a reminder that compromise and collaboration, working with others, can lead to more equal outcomes. So now I'm going to talk about what are the worldly, materialistic meanings and political, economic and social impact of the transiting Sun in Libra. So on a worldly, materialistic level, it encourages us to use our charm and peacekeeping to resolve conflicts and find common ground with others. It's time to put on our negotiation hats and smooth talk our way through any challenging situations that come our way. This transit is all about networking and making connections. Mercury in Libra is the ultimate social butterfly, moving from one conversation to the next with ease and grace. So it's a great time to attend industry events, schedule meetings and collaborate with others to bring ideas to life. So let's put on our best outfits, grab our business cards and get ready to make some serious connections. However, there is also a risk of indecisiveness, overthinking and procrastination, and listening to other people's opinions rather than our own. So it's crucial to strike a balance between rational analysis and intuitive judgment. On the political level, the presence of transiting Sun in Libra emphasises the need for diplomatic solutions in political matters. It wants us to create an atmosphere of negotiation, compromise and harmonious relations between nations and communities and families. It prompts leaders to focus on justice and equality, prioritising the well-being of their citizens. And of course, not every government and every community is going to embrace this, or every person, but this energy, this is what can be achieved. And some, leaders of some nations will decide to tap into this energy and, change their nation for the better. On the economic level, it puts their attention on fairness and finding financial equilibrium and balancing the books, checking that there's enough in your main account and savings accounts and stuff like that. Encourages businesses to adapt more ethical practices, promoting a sense of trust and cooperation within the marketplace. Trade agreements and partnerships that are based on mutual benefit and equal distribution of resources can also be formed. Also, on the social level, it inspires us to pursue more harmony in our relationships and social justice. It encourages inclusivity, empathy and understanding between different societal groups and people with different gender expression, sexual expression, beliefs, religions and stuff like that. It can be great to resolve conflicts that have been going on for a while, and a lot's been going on in our world for near enough, the history of humankind. But yeah, this energy is good to resolve, big conflicts by trying to have middle ground and understanding each other's point of view. And ultimately, on the social level, it highlights the importance of compromise and consensus building in resolving social issues, so finding a middle ground, agreeing to disagree and living and let living. And it also encourages us to embrace diversity and cultural exchange and trying to find agreement. Now I'm going to talk about the Sun being in the first degree of Libra, and this degree in terms of Sabian symbology rules the renal and pelvis in the human body, and the Sabian symbol for this degree is a butterfly made perfect by a dart through it. So the renal pelvis is a crucial part of our urinary system, responsible for collecting urine from the kidneys before it flows into the utero. When the Sun transits through this degree, it brings attention and potential influence to this specific area, so it's good to make sure we're getting enough water so we can flush out and detox our system. And if you're having any problems there, maybe going to a doctor or looking up online, but don't try and self-diagnose yourself, because sometimes we can, even I'm guilty of this, look up and you think, not that you think you got everything, but so much symptoms are in your face. So it's good to seek medical attention if you're having problems with that at the moment. Also, the Sabian symbol of a butterfly made perfect by a dart through it suggests that a transformational journey can involve some form of sacrifice or challenge. The imagery of a butterfly is known for its beauty and grace, and being pierced by a dart indicates the process of refinement. Changing yourself, becoming the best you through adversity. So this symbolises that we may face or need to face some obstacles or make some sacrifices to achieve our desired transformation on the psychological, spiritual and emotional level, and we may encounter situations where we are forced to confront imbalances or make difficult choices. This can be even a job, a person, a way of life, maybe admitting that you've got problems on the emotional, psychological level and seeking help and stuff like that. Ultimately, during this transit, you may find yourself undergoing a profound metamorphosis in relation to your sense of balance, maybe changing your relationships and also how you go about achieving personal growth in your life. This transit also highlights the importance of maintaining equilibrium within the urinary system and overall well-being. Individuals may need to pay attention to the renal health, as I said earlier, during this time, and take steps to ensure proper care and hydration. So now I'm going to talk about the aspects that the sun makes whilst it's transiting in Libra, and any transiting aspects that a planet's making while going into a new sign influences the whole of the period. So first we've got the sun making a conjunction to Mercury. So this enhances our communication and intellectual abilities. It can help us think more clearly and effectively in our expression. It is a favourable aspect that supports mental clarity and helps with effective decision making. The sun also makes a semi-square to Venus, which is separating, but this aspect can still create tension and conflict in relationships and our personal desires. So the sun in Libra, and Venus is ruled, Venus rules Libra, it's all about trying to find collaboration and cooperation and peaceful resolutions, but this aspect of the sun semi-square Venus may make it a bit harder, causing challenges in finding harmony and balance between individual needs and the needs of others. So it's important to be mindful of this potential friction and work towards finding compromises and understanding. The sun's trine to Saturn brings stability, discipline and a sense of responsibility, so this is good for resolving the conflicts as well. It encourages us to work harder and persevere, and if we do this, keep on going without getting burned out, have some fun as well, but if you keep focused, this can lead to long-term success and achievements. It helps with us grounding and structuring the energy of the sun in Libra, and this allows for practical and realistic approaches to relationships and brings us harmony. The sun also makes a quincunx to Neptune, so this can create confusion and illusions, making it difficult to see things clearly and make good judgments right now. So it's important to be cautious of deception or self-deception during this transit and seek clarity through introspection and spiritual practices. Also, the sun makes a square to Pluto, so again this adds to power struggles and conflicts of will right now. It may bring out buried emotions and desires and intensify the need to control others, but also in the positive it can intensify the need for transformation, so this can be used for healing relationships and yourself as well. And also this challenging aspect can uncover hidden issues or expose power dynamics in our relationships, so it's important to approach this energy with honesty and integrity, and be willing to confront any underlying issues and work towards resolving them. The sun also makes an opposition to Chiron, so this helps with healing and self-discovery. Chiron represents our deepest wounds and insecurities, and when it opposes the sun in Libra, it brings these issues to the forefront of our consciousness, so it can make us more vulnerable and trigger emotional pain. But ultimately, the best use of this energy is confronting any wounds head on, whether they be psychological, emotional or spiritual or physical as well. During this transit, it's important to practice self-compassion and embrace the process of self-healing by being willing to acknowledge your vulnerabilities and seek support from others who can provide guidance and understanding. Finally, the sun opposed North Node puts the spotlight on our destiny and growth. The North Node represents the path we are meant to follow in this lifetime, while the sun represents our core identity and purpose. So when these two, the sun and the moon's north node, oppose each other, it wants us to take a reassessment of our life direction. This aspect can create tension or conflict between what we feel comfortable with and what our soul, higher consciousness, higher self truly desires. So it provides the energy for us to step out of our comfort zones and embrace new experiences that align with your higher purpose. Now there's a T-square also, which happens between the sun, Mercury, Pluto and the moon's north node, with the 23% orb tightness. So a T-square normally involves 3 or more planets which form a sort of imaginary right angle triangle where 2 planets are in opposition to each other and they're both squaring like a third planet. So the T-square between the sun, Mercury, Pluto and the moon's north node brings an intense clash of energies and conflicting desires. So the sun represents our core identity and ego, Mercury symbolises communication and thought processes, Pluto signifies power and transformation, and the north node represents our life purpose and karmic lessons. So this particular T-square creates tension and struggles between asserting our individuality and compromising for the sake of harmony. Mercury is the planet of communication, adds to the mix by bringing about conflict through ideas, expressing ourselves clearly or finding common ground in discussions and negotiations may be challenging. It can lead to misunderstandings and miscommunications, which can, make the tensions created by this square aspect and the other aspects that I talked about as well. So Pluto's influence in this T-square intensifies the power dynamics at play. It creates a strong desire for personal growth but can also trigger power struggles and control issues. So this T-square amplifies these energies, making it important to navigate them with caution and to avoid conflicts and potentially self-destructive behaviours as well. The North Node's involvement in this T-square adds a karmic dimension to the equation, suggesting that these intense clashes of energies and conflicting desires are part of our soul's higher self journey towards fulfilling our life's purpose. The North Node emphasises the need for balance and fairness in our interactions with others, but the square aspect challenges us to find harmony even, when there's a lot of turmoil going on, which can be hard to do. To successfully, overcome these negatives, we have to use self-awareness, patience and build a willingness to find compromise in our situation. And it's important to recognise that both asserting our own individuality and considering the needs of others are valid and necessary. Balancing these opposing forces can lead to growth in relationships and partnerships, and it's crucial to cultivate open and honest communication. Mercury's influence in the T-square may make it difficult for you to express yourself clearly, but by putting the effort to listen and understand other people's perspectives, misunderstandings can be minimised. Finding common ground becomes essential to maintain harmony within relationships. And then when the power dynamics that Pluto brings, it's important to approach these conflicts that may come up with those in authority or anyone else with empathy and a willingness to address any control issues that may come up. Personal growth can be achieved by recognising and transforming these power struggles into mutual understanding and compromise. The karmic dimension brought by the North Node emphasises the need to learn from our past actions and words and patterns of behaviour and thought. It's crucial to reflect on the destructive behaviours that have caused turmoil in your life and take responsibility for them. By acknowledging these patterns, you can begin the process of healing and breaking free from their grip. So now I'm going to talk about the karmic lessons, the karma and past life implications of the transiting sun in Libra. So on the positive side, this transit offers an opportunity for growth in the realm of relationships and partnerships. As I said, it encourages balanced interactions and facilitates harmony, teaching us the importance of compromise and working with others. Negatively, it can bring challenges when it comes to, being decisive, making decisions and maintaining your own identity within relationships. It may highlight the instances where we tend to lose ourselves or become overly dependent on others for validation or anything else. So pay attention to these experiences, and rather than beat yourself up, just be willing to learn from these karmic lessons. In terms of karma and the past life implications, the transiting Sun in Libra brings lessons related to justice, and it can indicate a need to address any past life imbalances or unresolved conflicts in relationships, particularly those involving power dynamics or issues of give and take. The positive karmic lessons that you may learn right now will be like how to resolve conflicts with grace and compassion, how to find balance within yourself and relationships. It gives you the opportunity to heal past life wounds related to codependency and over-reliance on others. If you don't learn the lessons or ignore them or unaware of them, the negative karmic lessons during this month of the Sun transiting in Libra may manifest as repeating patterns of unhealthy thoughts, relationships, and a tendency towards manipulation, people-pleasing and control. So it is necessary to confront any past life tendencies towards imbalance or unfairness to move forward on a karmic level. So this energy is good to heal those, spiritual sort of blockages from your past lives. So now I'm going to talk about how committed relationships and hookup relationships are positively and negatively affected when the Sun is transiting in Libra. So committed relationships can thrive under the influence of the transiting Sun in Libra. Couples may experience increased communication skills, promoting healthier conversations and deeper emotional connections. The Libra energy encourages us to seek mutual satisfaction, leading to more equal and fulfilling partnerships. On the flip side, when the Sun is in Libra, it can also bring challenges for committed relationships. The emphasis on finding balance and compromise may sometimes lead to indecisiveness or a fear of making waves, and people pleasing also can result in avoiding necessary confrontations or failing to address underlying issues because they're going to put a strain on the relationships. But ultimately, being raw and honest can lead to a more healthier relationship. Most people don't say things because they don't want to rock the boat, they don't want to lose the relationship. But if you're going to lose the relationship by being your true self, then is it really worth keeping in the first place? In the realm of hookup culture, the influence of the transiting Sun in Libra can make people feel more sociable and inclined to explore new connections during this time. However, the focus on balance and fairness may also impact hookup relationships negatively, because this energy encourages us to seek equality, which means that both parties involved should feel respected and satisfied. So if one person's needs are constantly disregarded, or if there is a lack of emotional connection or communication, it can lead to dissatisfaction and an imbalance in this dynamic. So this can lead to some of you ending the hookup. Furthermore, the desire for harmony and avoidance of conflict may make establishing clear boundaries or communicating expectations in casual relationships challenging. Without open and honest communication, misunderstandings and misaligned intentions can come up, potentially causing hurt feelings or confusion. So it's important to just try and be honest, soothe yourself, taking some self-care if you're affected by something ending. Just be gentle with yourself at this time. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about how career, spiritual, personal and educational development are affected when the Sun's in Libra. So it brings a greater emphasis and balance and harmony in the workplace. It encourages more collaboration, teamwork in the workplace diplomacy, making it an ideal time for networking and building professional relationships. Also great for finding fair solutions to any conflicts that come up. In terms of spiritual development, it's a great time to dive deeper into your spiritual beliefs and values. You may find yourself drawn to practices that promote inner peace, such as Tai Chi, meditation, dance, emotional freedom technique, or any other spiritual techniques in neural research. It wants us to seek that harmony within ourselves and in our interactions with others, and also build a greater sense of spiritual growth and enlightenment into our life. In terms of personal development, it's a time to focus on enhancing your communication skills, resolving conflicts, strengthening bonds with loved ones, looking closely at our needs and desires, and allowing for personal growth and self-discovery. It's a great time to take some time out for self-reflection and make any necessary changes to your lifestyle that align with your true passions and values. In terms of educational development, it brings the emphasis on learning and emphasising the importance of both intellectual and social development. You may find yourself more open to working with classmates and seeking guidance from teachers and others during this time. It provides the perfect energy for intellectual, spiritual and any other growth, and expanding your knowledge in a supportive and collaborative environment. So it's a good energy to use to engage in group discussions, participate actively in your classes, and explore new areas of study and research. The energy of Libra encourages us to embrace diverse perspectives and learn from others, and building a more well-rounded education. So now I'm going to talk about what are the best things for students, professionals and entrepreneurs to do when transitive sun is in Libra. So students can focus on achieving a balance in their academic life. It's a great period to form study groups, collaborate with classmates and engage in group projects that promote teamwork. Additionally, taking the time to enhance social skills and build meaningful relationships with others can greatly contribute to personal growth and academic success. So professionals can use this energy to connect with like-minded individuals and expand your professional networks and take care of your skill set, learning new things, looking for a new career, asking for that promotion, just trying, but in a nice and kind way. Entrepreneurs can capitalize on the sun's balanced energy in Libra by focus on creating harmonious business strategies. It's a good time for them to negotiate deals, form partnerships and seek out mutually beneficial collaborations. And entrepreneurs can take advantage of industry networking events and making new connections, taking advantage of new opportunities, and finding and maintaining a balanced approach to decision making and considering the perspective of others can contribute to long-term success during this transit. So yeah, that's this special on the sun transiting in Libra. Take care and see you next time.